I can cheat for you.
No, do not cheat for me. I don't want you getting spoiled on stuff. So, yes,
What is it?
what is it? Whatever.
What is this?
We have one day until the plot gets going here. So, we are gonna spend it
Oh, I am good. All right, then.
building
Let's head there right away.
imagination.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Oh-ho!
Because this guy left us hanging last time.
You might want to either boost your volume or lower the game a small bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's been a little bit of time since I've recorded this. YouTube's not going to notice the difference or anything, but well, I have a cat
YouTube doesn't exist.
that had babies, so we kind of delayed last week a little bit. Anyway, let's listen to this story.
And that was the only thing that happened.
That's it.
That's awful.
Jesus, Gallica. Oh, fairies. They have no perception of time.
Oh, immortal beings.
Right? What is his body language he's doing, by the way? You know, yeah, whatever.
He's emoting.
Yeah, forget about it.
All right.
Still vapid.
Well, then.
All right, let's see. Is there anything else I could do while we are here at all?
The answer may surprise you.
Aha!
But again?
Again. Yeah, let's go see.
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Yeah, let's not loiter in a storm. Hey, Brigitte. How's it hanging?
Ah, just you. Sorry.
Huh?
Unfortunately.
Doggone. Who would name a street Doggone Alley?
Right?
Who does that? Probably the same person who names a street Dead Cat Alley.
Those people.
I know. Here, read this.
What?
I thought I was about to say, too bad I'm vapid.
Right? No, this game's not that mean about that. That's something Persona
Yeah.
4 would do to you. But, no. This
Happened a
game...
couple of times in 5.
We did have, like, a half meetup. Yeah, 5 would, 5 would have a little bit of dialogue and then say, actually, you suck. Come back later, kid. But it wouldn't take up time.
Wow, kid, you're garbage. Get the fuck out of here.
Remember when we didn't have Max Charm for Makoto, and it was because you needed to go on a fake double date with her, and the person she was going with, the girl saw your picture and said, ew! And Makoto was like, I wanted to tell her she was wrong, but, because we didn't have Max
Nah,
Charm.
you suck.
She says something like, you do look a little disheveled.
Never changes his appearance throughout the game.
There's also the part where Makoto's worried about how she did on a test, and you could say, yeah, you probably did better than me, and she's like, no offense, but, that doesn't make me feel better. Like,
Why do we date Makoto?
people love Makoto, but she throws out a few barbs here and there.
Kind of an asshole.
Anyway, we are stirring Brigida's imagination with our book, our fantasy novel.
But
This author is an idiot.
Well, she's not wrong. Moore is pretty sheltered. You thought I said meant because idiot, didn't you? No.
this world,
No.
Because I know in my heart.
No. Let me fill your dark soul with light.
That Kingdom Hearts is light.
Oh, DMC.
All right.
I couldn't ask him to stay, could I?
Wow.
Yeah. Dog
sh-
murdered. Rank up.
More shit we can't afford.
In any case. No.
Sorry, I'm only halfway done with your social link.
Honestly, it's more like we're already halfway done, isn't it? We beat the first
I was thinking
dungeon.
that. Wasn't
Disaster
there
was averted.
one link in 5 that just like shut up from like nothing?
Uh-huh.
Can't remember who it was, but
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
One of the fastest ones was the politician, because all you had to do was visit him on
Right.
Sundays, and he would always rank up. Another one technically was Mishima's, which all you had to do was do his request, but those were kind of story locked in a way. So you probably maxed those
yeah,
out
he doesn't.
first.
It wasn't.
Wonder what
Mishima.
he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to
Anyway.
all that stuff the king said.
If you fail the time limit here, which you can only do by just going to sleep, and there's some excellent,
Retired.
really good dialogue, because if you try to go to bed on the deadline day, Gallica will be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
What the fuck, man?
You can tell her, "I don't care. I'm tired." And she'll say, "Well, don't blame me when everything goes wrong."
Yes, goes to shit.
You don't see it much. Yep. You don't see much. They come out of the hotel or the inn here. You hear big footsteps, and then there's a shadow, and they're like, "What's that?" You don't see it, but I mean, it's the human.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to
That was the
ignore
plan.
it.
Is
This might be a day that goes down in history.
Yeah.
was that Zorba was going to resurrect that human. Anyway, the church, because we averted that, instead, something potentially equally awful will happen, and the church is going to make an announcement.
Oh boy.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears.
Like, really, give him a megaphone or something. Like, goodness, or something. Like, the
Doesn't
issue...
exist.
Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
What's that?
I thought he was going to say about bullshit.
Oh, you think they were just going to
Made 'em
say, "No, wrong, made up, fake news, invented by a writer," that sort of thing?
So
Well,
really
it's kind of
is His
hard to
Majesty.
deny it. I mean, look up. There it is.
That's what I would want them to say.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed,
But it's
whoever
more
has
like
gained
to the
greatest
church,
trust
they're
of the
like,
people by the day of decision
how can we
shall
spin
be
this in our
new
favor?
king.
Oh yeah, it's the church.
Naturally.
This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
In theory.
Anyone?
In theory.
Even me?
In theory.
If, and
No.
this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me, in charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running.
You think that
We've worked
hitches?
out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky.
Does a
Suppose
rock
that way you
have
can
the
see their
capability
inspiring faces
to itch?
anytime, anywhere.
Do you think the king included that in his spell? What are your thoughts?
No spoilers, but no, I don't think so.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
You had to preface that with no spoilers.
Well, you know, I could answer that, but then that'd be a spoiler.
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants.
Batlin here's
at
the
least
only
those
one
who
who's
make
like
it onto the
emoting
rock,
like he's
are
shouting.
protected by royal
Everyone else is
magic.
talking normally and can be heard.
Assassinations off the
I don't know.
table.
It's just one of those weird things that bugs me a little bit.
Magic chains will
Well, he's the
spring to
shouter. He
life
needs to
and
be heard by
bind
everyone.
anyone
The
who
crier.
tries.
People are just talking
I
to
saw it happen
themselves.
with my own eyes
And he
to
happens to
Count
hear them
Luis's
because he's-
sorry assailant.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right,
It means
I've
get
said my
fucked.
piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word.
Have at it.
Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
In recent news, murder
I
of
heard the
non-Clemar has
The
skyrocketed.
church has
Oh
chosen
my
to
God.
recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
Yeah, but you'd have to build a whole new palace. It's up there in the sky, and that thing probably never go away.
It's be a very long ladder.
Or better yet, the church is the new palace.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic.
That seems a bit obvious, but here it is just being spelled out in case you were not paying attention.
Plainly, any
For the last
candidates of
horse.
sufficient favor
More or less.
cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good. Because you know who's
That's
at second
inconvenient.
place?
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Hey guys, stay with me here. We need to run a smear campaign.
Have you seen Maria?
Smear? Ooh, I like to smear. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Well,
Where?
the good news is that Maria finally left her room
You're kidding.
The bad news is she left her room.
alone. And she left the Honeybee Inn and Sunshade Row alone.
And the city, alone. And the surrounding desert, alone. Oh, this isn't a lethal like. You can't
He cannot
have comedic.
Ridiculous.
cannot
missteps.
slip. Cannot slip on the banana peel. Banana peel.
I don't care who gets it, so...
Bonanza. Oh.
Imagine being stupid enough to want to be king.
You're in a fool, I say.
Here, right?
Only
I
an idiot would go after that.
but
Now he's a trustworthy one.
get a load of this guy's cheekbones. Whoa.
Huh?
Only an idiot would want to be king.
I swear they modeled this guy off the Giga Chad. I swear, look at those. Like, look how pointy his chin is. I don't know. Standing right here. Oh, well, she probably knows that.
That's why she said that.
You little bastard, you.
I know there's a 7-year-old out in the streets on her own, but let's see what's for sale at the Igniter shop now.
Consider spending more money.
Christ. Okay, let's see here. Mage Underworld. Mage Group Strength. Mage Shield Wave. Yeah, just a cool 97k. Uh-huh. Cool. Not like anyone there's buying anything either. Oh, you know they didn't waste any time after we killed the human this time. Like, they immediately got out there with the big old sawbones and shit, started hacking it up.
So foolish. It
Yeah.
arouses great pity.
Well, we don't want that thing waking up again. What the fuck? Okay. Little history there of the significance of the day His Majesty seems to have selected for his deadline, for his election day.
What's going on?
I don't guess y'all have any more of that fruit
quite
cordial,
correct.
do you? Christ.
How many more times do you think you can do that before he gets old?
I will
just
probably
wanna
check every
jot this
time
down.
out of habit.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hello there.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh. So I believe I looked at the entry last time, perhaps, at some point, but, Maria is a rogue Ischia.
Huh?
She's half and half, and
Why?
half-bloods are low on the social ladder to, I believe, just above Elda.
Of course.
It's
Everyone hates them.
fucked up.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home, and I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name, but I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria,
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again, hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
I thought of a really fucked up loophole to this.
Yeah?
Maria, you're safe.
Share.
You can't
Oh,
kill
you have me
the
worried
candidates
sick.
on the rock.
Correct.
The Rock of Ages.
With sufficient sufficient public support,
But they
you are immune.
mentioned you have to be on that rock to get that immunity.
You have to
So,
have
you know,
enough-
let's just go around killing all his supporters.
Yeah, you have to
All
have
of them.
public support. That's right. Well,
If no one believes in you, you can't be on the rock.
interesting. Okay. Wow, maybe you should be running for king.
Sorry for leaving on my own.
Nah, I'd rather be the advisor.
You still got to deal with the other candidates that have enough public support to, be immune to being attacked.
Yeah, but, you know, you start at the bottom and work your way up.
Uh-huh. That's a lot of people to kill, personally.
No,
Yeah.
it's all right.
Like I said,
Plus,
fucked up.
if you start killing people and scaring them, maybe you'll convince enough people through fear. But at the same time, that's a risk. You might turn just as many people. And if the day of the hero comes and you're only in, second place because of that, oops. Though that does beg
Yeah,
the
but,
question,
you know,
what happens after
just-
the day of the hero?
That's why you're careful and you don't make it obvious that you're the person going around murdering millions of people.
This one, yes, how do you do that nice and discreet, this one weird trick. The King Aethodius V hates it.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Aww.
Maria.
I realize that the angelic little girl does also have angel wings, but she is a little
It's a
angel.
little on the nose.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
But,
right. Let's all sit down for some supper together.
it all comes down to presentation, and both the direction and the actress did an incredible job with
Yeah.
Maria.
Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
That rug looks ready to slip down those stairs, though.
She's
Oh,
a
that's a
strong
slip
girl.
hazard.
Yeah.
Drunken patron going up to their room.
Whoop.
You got a fantasy lawsuit in your hands.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
There are chickens in that corner, I just noticed.
Yep.
Doing that.
Gotta get your eggs from somewhere.
Got a smell.
Stroll, please.
Sorry, did I wake you?
Yeah, that was a hell of a sigh. Let's hear that again.
Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Sorry. I'm not awake enough for this.
Anyone ever called you too honest? That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
He's a noble.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe.
Chuck.
Read in your dreams.
Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still,
Can't
I
believe the
don't
king
imagine
had
this
a
would turn out
ghostwriter.
well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us.
The king must have been a big fan of Moore's work.
Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee
Then
its
again,
rights?
apparently the king was the
Tribal
one who
squabbles aren't
imprisoned
always
Moore, so 50-50.
I was going to say.
Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little.
I'm already asleep.
Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis.
Huh? What?
Maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. Think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
You thought I was joking?
They ain't joke, motherfucker.
Time marches on, and the age of a new
Serious
king
business.
draws nearer.
It gives you a little glimmer of hope there where it says it seems the calamity was averted, but then it goes right back
Ladies
to
and gents,
that.
Have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom.
Where's spelling?
Oh boy,
Really?
Royal Rumble!
And we call it the Tournament for the Throne!
Royal Rumble! Royal
Our
Rumble!
aspirants
Not a
will
game.
set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win.
And you'll get a
Official
nice
word
fat
is,
target on your back.
This event's open
Yeah.
to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents?
Oh,
Are you in
yeah.
it to watch or in it to win?
Chat, 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 gab, gab, gab.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yeah?
Yeah, I just keep this, in, my chest, locked in my room for decades.
Never know if you need it again.
Yes.
Just make
I
another.
wager, even if we can't
You're
kill
rich as
Luis,
shit.
we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
That attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice
Okay,
but to
someone
hope
brought
it's
it up.
not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. You wouldn't leave it unprotected.
Yeah, but a little unfortunately, your point isn't necessarily addressed as to why
That
it's so
reminds me.
important.
A crier for
Why
the
you wouldn't
church
just
was handing these
trash
out.
bin it or burn it, you know?
Yeah, it's incriminating evidence.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored
But given that he
now.
brazenly stabbed the king in the chest in his bed, I don't know, man. I don't know if he cares. Though that attack was 10 years ago, the curse. So, who knows, man? Who knows what's going in Luis's mind? We ain't seen him in a while.
Game for the throne.
An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
Well, never too soon or late to start cheating.
In the interest of fairness.
Cheat
Remember,
early, cheat often.
If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
Win.
Couldn't we get the people's attention somehow?
How do you mean?
If we make ourselves too obvious, we're likely to have an even harder time getting close to Luis.
We'll make Luis come to us.
He sounds so confident when he's wrong.
How would we accomplish that? We're but strangers to him, and he gains nothing from it.
Hulkenberg slowly closing her eyes as you say all these wrong things.
like
Couldn't we get...
she,
How do you...
If we
like
make
she gives
ourselves
one
too
mean
obvious,
side eye
we're
here.
likely to have
I
an
love
even
it.
harder time getting close.
Oh, pure shit.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying.
That's what he said, and a lot of people seem to believe that.
Zorba was
Even
a
though the world
zealot.
looks
so-
down on you as
Zorba
an
was a
elder,
mega
having the
zealot,
power to kill
but
humans puts
not-
you in his good graces.
Not all zealots get that way randomly.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
Don't have to be so surprised. God.
Him?
Jeez.
If all we need
That's
to
a good
do is
joke.
get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I mean,
It's fate.
Hulkenberg was there when he cursed the prince, so his plan's already doomed, so let's go all in.
Maybe he doesn't recognize her. He was wearing a mask. No, she hit him in the back with a sword, though. Ooh.
You don't forget that kind of shit.
Wonder if he still has the scar.
Of course I do.
It looks like a kind of a deep
Probably.
cut, but I mean,
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Not. Canned animation. Eh.
So I just, like I've been telling you, I've been watching a lot of 14 story. And so,
Yeah,
Haven't you put yourself
I
in
imagine
enough
those
danger?
story
Listen to me.
scenes are just
I don't
full
want
of the
you going down
same
the same
recycled
path.
animation over
Are
and
you
over.
really this set on running off again?
it gets better in Shadowbringers, but the Warrior of Light's primary animation is
Nod.
look at thing and nod,
Smile.
I
or
admit I'm nervous.
punch their palm of their
you are.
hand.
Would not be in this situation.
I see.
I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the
That one at least
competition?
is kind of endearing because the
It's a
other
big grand
NPCs
race
start
to
doing
see
it
who will be
Oh.
the next king.
after a while.
The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
No minimum age to vote here, by the way. It's just the people,
Vote?
literally.
Suppose you'll have to actually
Well,
try for
you
the
know
throne
what I
now,
mean.
eh?
There are no laws for
Majesty.
voting in this world.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
That's one vote.
Our popularity rank
We'd best get
remains
registration out of
unchanged.
the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless
Always will
wastes
be.
between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
There you go. That's like 80% of Grand Trad just wiped from the race.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet
There-
runners to ride in.
Yep.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to
Unfortunately, the
registration. They should be
theocracy,
taking
the
entrance at
church
the
has
recruitment center.
has stopped all carriages. They've reserved them all for some reason.
How strange. Why would they do such a thing?
This should be the
Can't
place,
put my
right?
finger on it.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Be young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
Same age. I'm asking the questions here.
I'm asking the questions.
We haven't said a single thing.
You right, mate.
Don't make him mad. You're gonna make this more difficult.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it,
Yep, we've seen this guy.
weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify
Yeah.
with. Go on, then.
Captain Klinger's just
You can
he's
represent the lesser tribes
he's
and nobody
somewhere.
complains.
We don't know where he went. We beat him up and then looked away for 10 seconds and he went poof, just ran off.
He'll never show up again.
He will never show up again. Nope, you got it.
Yeah, I know how this goes. Played JRPG before.
That was a close
It's like
one.
that guy in Suikoden 1, you can kill or spare, and if you spare him, he just runs off. Forgot who it was.
Which one?
And,
Very
obviously,
beginning of the
you're
game.
gonna need a carriage.
Just about.
Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you.
There's a few things from that game that are they're a little foggy. But if you spare him, Cleo says she's proud of you, and that's what matters.
It's
You're
true.
obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We're gonna be late, all right. No, hold on.
We're gonna be so fucking late.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Alright, where's the nearest human?
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Just a soldier.
This one soldier, kill him. I'm pretty sure that's we need
Looks
you in
like
the guard.
everyone
He's
else had the
flexing, you
same
know.
idea.
Oh, that. Yeah.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably
Oh, you go
better.
get him, unarmed male candidate.
Hang on.
Unarmored,
There's nothing
unarmed.
but small-time contracts here. You lot
Oh,
here for this
God.
tournament,
There's
then?
about to be so many people dead from trying to do this.
Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my
People who
worthiest
were
monster
voted
bills
for
have
other
already been
people.
snapped up by
Yeah.
our competitors.
Or who could have voted
Tap,
for me.
How about
No.
requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see.
Well, that looks like a pretty big price tag.
Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
I've seen one. Now do it.
You have any idea who that is?
Oh my god.
You step out of bed.
Right?
Why are you in your pajamas?
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that.
Good thing there aren't any around here.
Oh, yes. Well.
Besides, didn't you
Cool
hear
dog.
what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
The dog eats people.
Stuck up little. Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
Yes. Genuinely.
He was right about the rules,
I
though.
mean,
What are
yeah.
you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to
Do
get
you?
Monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
To stop his evil deed. Maybe he has a big head?
We don't need to win.
You know what? You're right. We just need to get Luis's attention.
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme?
You have a portrait.
You three must be heaven sent.
Also,
Please, would you listen to our plight?
Oh, right. The other guy did too. Well, whatever.
Barton.
He's not important.
I'm Barton, a guard captain
pardon
from
me?
Atira, a town to
I
the
beg your
south.
pardon?
The bounty on
Pardon
Heisme
you.
is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say.
Jesus.
note.
Oh, man.
If our city
yeah.
becomes known for nightly
Someone
disappearances,
translate Scottish.
what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Ah, thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old Castletide. Please, make haste.
I don't guess we could bum a ride off you, can we, Barden? Barden? Wait, come back!
No backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
The way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
Delegate?
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow.
Well, he'd act,
You go on and accept
is
the
what he's
contract.
saying. Even if that act is delegating, he wouldn't stand for it, is the implication.
Yeah, he's not standing.
I don't think he'd lie for it either. I don't think he'd take it lying down either, so, you know. Yeah, there we go, that's better.
What in the blazes?
Oi, oi!
Demo man. Oh, it's that guy again. We saw this fella giving a speech about how being young is a sin.
No, thank you.
Well, that was weird. Yeah, he was an asshole. He must be a candidate.
True.
Oh, right. Wants us to actually officially take it. Of course I can.
Let's
Not
focus.
green, I'm blue.
100,000 for this. Wow.
Let's call it.
We're not gonna actually get that. You can't lie to me.
No
I know how this
registration
works.
issues, I trust?
That is a fair bit of money.
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
But for how long is that going to be a fair bit of money?
Fine work.
Those igniters already cost 95k.
Oh, we're not going to buy any of that shit.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to
No.
worry about.
You haven't told her anything.
Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well.
Yeah, we found a target.
Stroll. This
We
is not
found
how
it.
you build trust with your party members.
But never mind that.
She's just leaving
you
out
found
a
us a
couple
kingly
tiny, semi-extremely important details.
Vital.
Well, I have made some arrangements.
Guys, no secrets between us, please.
How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
Hulky, that's
So
tomorrow.
nothing is as shit as it.
That's tomorrow. We need it tomorrow.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
It's an
Well,
open,
under the
flat
circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis
Just
only
going
my bond of
solo.
service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
Speaking of serious, get a load of that guy in the background just packing it away.
An entire table of food. Jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4 plates. He's on his 5th plate, like 6th plate maybe. He might have had a buddy there, but he's long gone home.
'Twas not
He didn't
an
want to get
abrupt
stuck with the
parting.
bill. He paid his
I've
part
come
and
to
got the
doubt
hell out of
order
there.
since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the royals.
Hmm.
Those who refused the church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
Yeah, probably.
Fancy
Hey,
bathing?
you have anything for sale? No. Just that thing that we didn't buy last time, or previously. What was that, Hulky?
Hello.
Okay.
Don't push yourself too much.
Hey! Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well met, eh? What in the blazes?
Oh, there's his drinking buddy. I keep thinking that's our bed, but it's the one on the right. Or the left. Who knows?
Good night.
Yep, good night.
Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise?
Pinky swear.
The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Oh. Okay.
I
Coney
never got a
roast?
chance to say this to Papa.
Yes. Delicious coney roast. Like a hot dog, you know?
I'll go to bed now.
Captain,
No, it's just cones.
may I have a moment?
Oh.
Good night.
Like those 3D Doritos that were a thing for a while.
I loved
I was
those.
hoping for a
I
chance to
loved
stretch before we
those.
set out.
They need to come back. Oh, those are my favorite thing ever is in elementary and middle school, man. I love them.
They're just Doritos.
They just puffed
with
up
air.
delivery. Yeah, but they were so good. They were good. Look, man.
Okay.
You just
Since
don't
our
get
meeting,
it.
I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for
They
this
never,
cause.
they never made a
It's
Cool
no
Rancher
easy
variant, so
burden.
I couldn't get into it.
Oh. Oh, yeah, alas. Life pretty easy for us nacho cheese enjoyers.
Yeah.
It pains me to see, When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside.
It's not necessarily just standard devotion. It's very clear she has a lot of blame on herself from that attack that night.
Oh yeah, she blames the shit out of herself.
Absolutely, for the attacker getting away, for Luis escaping, for not cutting deep enough to at least incapacitate him.
But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Yeah, you stabbed a guy in the back. He was sick. Then I fell off a cliff.
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning
Changing
an
the
ideal
subject.
world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned.
No happy books.
You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you.
Well, she's not a knight anymore,
I
so
sometimes
it's
wondered
fine.
why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stunned them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Yeah, here you go.
5 hours later.
Look at this. These people on
So
scales.
it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
Wow, this is...
If only.
This is serious fantasy right here.
Yeah, like the jokes are gonna continue and continue, but this is very what it's a, you know, yeah.
In
this
this
is
way,
true
it is
fantasy.
the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.